jazz. Most people think of New Orleans when it comes to this major form of musical expression. But did you know Seattle also played a part in jazz history? During the 1940s and 50s, Seattle's Central District was a jazz mecca. Quincy Jones, a Garfield High School alumni, described it as screaming around the clock. It was during this time a 16-year-old Ernestine Anderson moved to Seattle with her parents. A fan of blues and gospel, Ernestine quickly became a part of the jazz scene, singing in Garfield's jazz band as well as clubs along Seattle's Jackson Street. In no time, she was on tour with Johnny Otis's big band, Lionel Hampton's orchestra, performed on an album with jazz singer Gigi Grice, and recorded her first album under the name Hot Cargo. By 1959, Ernestine was awarded the New Star Award by Downbeat Music magazine and cemented herself as one of jazz's most important African-American vocalists. But by the 1960s, a new music genre emerged: rock and roll. And for over a decade, jazz was pushed out of the American mainstream in favor of the rock and roll craze. "I don't think jazz ever died," said Ernestine Anderson. "It suffered a setback during the 60s. I had to move to London in order to work because a jazz person couldn't work in the United States when rock and roll became the music." However, by the mid-1970s, jazz started to make a comeback, and Ernestine had a resurgence after making her legendary appearance at the 1976 Concord Jazz Festival. And by the 90s, was signed onto Quincy Jones' Quest record label, recording such albums as Now and Then and Blues, News and Love News, both of which earned her Grammy nominations. Ernestine had recorded over 30 albums and performed all around the world. Which brings us back to Seattle's Central District, where her jazz career began. There, you'll find an apartment building located between 21st and 18th Street and Jackson Street, named after her. Another note in her jazz legacy: